in sunny Villamora, and it's a beautiful evening. It's nearly 6 o'clock, and the sun's going down, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a bit chilly, so I've had to put a coat on, but we are a bit blessed, aren't we, living here? Anyway, we are joined again by the lovely Martha. Martha's recently relocated from the west of Cork in Ireland to Portugal. She's come to live here in Villamora while she house hunts. So we thought we'd ask Martha how she felt about this whole experience of uprooting. And if you don't mind me saying, obviously you're not 25, maybe about 26 or 27, but you know, having had a career and a family and a husband and all that, and then just thinking, do you know what, I'm going to do something different. How was it? Difficult? Was it stressful? Was it emotionally draining? Tell me what it was.
It's actually the third time I've done it since 2014. In 2014 I moved to Italy for 2 years.
Oh wow.
Then I went back to Ireland for a year. Then I went to America for 3 months and stayed for 2.5 years. So the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say I've lived more in the last 8 years of my life than I have maybe in the 40 or 50 years before that, because as we were saying when we started talking, relocating these days is easier than it used to be 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
you can now post in a Facebook group of expats, hey, I'm coming over, can anybody help me? You're now not thinking, oh, I have to sell my house and give up my job. You can rent your house, or you can do what a lot of people do and do the digital nomad work, which is in theory what I do, but in reality it's not really. You know, in theory being a digital nomad is very glamorous and you just put your laptop on your cafe table and work away. As an astrologer, I can't do that. You know, I need good internet, good internet and a base and a quiet location. But relocating is definitely much easier than it used to be, and I would recommend it to anybody, just even for the new life experiences and what you learn about new cultures and different way of doing things, just for that alone.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
that alone.
Like you say, even if you just do it for 6 months, just do it for a short period of time.
I went off to Greece for a month. That was great. And I wasn't phased at all about it. And exactly what you said. I did. Went on a couple of Facebook sites.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
find some
coming
locals.
to Catalonia. You know, and you do.
Yeah.
I found everything.
What I did in Italy.
Yeah.
So are you going to start a business up here apart from your
Well, I'm
astrology?
basically my astrology practice. My clients are mostly American anyway,
Right.
Because obviously during COVID I had to do what everybody else did and move all my business online. I mean, at the time about 20% of my business was online. Now it's all online.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing it back the other way. I'm still keeping my online business, but like a lot of people, I've really missed working with people in person.
Yeah.
I've missed it so much.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing somebody's astrology chart, you know, their body language alone will tell you.
I was just going to say,
Their body language will tell you alone, should I look
do you
at
need
this
to get
part?
a feel of them? Do you need to get the feel of them?
Yeah, well, you just know what part of their chart to go to quicker, because their body language will tell you, like, don't ask me about a relationship, or the classic one is like at the last 10 minutes of a consultation, that's when people will ask you about relationships. But you can just tell by somebody's body language what part of their chart to start working on in a way that you can't with Zoom. It's kind of hard to explain. But I suppose I would now have the best of both worlds. Like a lot of people, is like my business is online, but it can go back to being in person while still being online as well. And that it has been one of the blessings of the last 2.5 years, is to learn to put systems in place to have an online business, which I have done. But even the practical day-to-day support here that I have with the behind-the-scenes area of my business, getting good quality people in person who can come to my home to help me do the behind-the-scenes aspects.
Fantastic.
You know, I got that with them. I'm only here a week, and I've quite a few people helping me
And
out
retreats. You're going to be doing retreats. Fantastic.
So how
they're
does
very
that-
they're very popular in Portugal anyway,
but how
aren't
does
they?
that actually work? A retreat for astrology? How does that work?
Um,
And is it? Sorry, I've got so many questions. So many questions.
Yeah.
Is it a one-to-one thing, or is it a group of people?
I've kept it quite small. I've kept it for 10 people, and it's in a 4-star hotel. It's in one of the Dom Pedro hotels.
Oh,
And
right.
The reason for having it in a 4-star hotel is so that when people come on the retreat, they can focus on just learning astrology. It's not necessarily.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's to
Yeah,
learn
wow.
astrology.
It's to learn astrology,
not,
yes.
not to
Wow.
learn about themselves.
But they will be learning
necessar-
about themselves
Yeah.
while they're learning
So
astrology.
they're their own.
Amazing.
Their
Yeah.
own persona is the guinea pig, if you like,
Yeah.
and they're going to learn.
Yeah.
But I see.
And then they bring their
How
charts, they bring
fascinating.
I
charts
know.
of family and
Really
friends.
fascinating.
So they learn
Yeah.
natal charts, they learn transit charts, they learn astrocartography, but they also learn the experience. And certainly when I was studying astrology, you know, you learn as much from other people that you're studying with as you do from your teacher, because the more charts you do, the faster you learn. So if, you know, if there's a group of 10 people and they have brought like 60 charts with them, they're learning how to interpret 60 charts during that week, instead of me, the teacher, going, oh, you have to just learn this chart for 3 hours and then you go on to another chart. Because when you have people in small groups and they're looking at each other's charts and they're going, oh, well, your moon is in Leo, this is what I think it would be like, you know, would you care to comment, is that what your experiences is? And then you do the same with all the other planets. But the other thing is that people have the whole Portuguese experience. They have a 4-star experience, breakfast and lunch is included. I've kept the
Lovely.
number small, and then if people want to bring a family or friend member and share the room, they can do that.
Yeah.
There's also going to be celestial navigation under the stars by boat one of the nights. There's
Wow.
also going to be access to yoga classes. So basically I'm drawing on my experience of retreats that I have done in the past, because sometimes I didn't get what I thought I was paying for, and I want to make sure that doesn't happen to my clients.
So, apart from your retreats, and now you've got somewhere to live here, you know, for the time being, what else would you like to gain out of this big adventure, moving to Portugal?
A healthier lifestyle
Oh,
would
yeah.
be pretty top of the list.
Yeah.
Like when I lived in Italy, that was one of the highlights of living there, was being on a Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost about 2 stone without even
Oh,
trying.
wow, did
I
you?
cycled everywhere.
Yeah.
And I really miss that. It's very hard to have that kind of life in Ireland. So even just being in a smaller town where you're walking and cycling everywhere, where you're eating tons of fresh fruit, tons of vegetables, getting lots of rest, doing yoga, going to the gym.
I think that was the
quality
plan.
of life.
The plan
It's
I had when I moved.
Red.
here.
Oh,
I've put 2 stone on, not lost it since I've been here.
Yeah, I think it's probably because you lived at the marina and you're on first name terms with most of the bartenders.
I still have the veg and the fruit and everything.
Yeah, but it's counterbalanced.
And
by
I dance on the
26
tables
bottles
and
of white
doing the
wine.
exercise. Yeah.
Yeah, dancing on tables is not quite the same as yoga, love.
No, still exercise though, isn't
Well,
it?
yeah. So it's a healthy lifestyle. It's I just think it enhances your quality of life generally.
Quality
doesn't
of
it?
life.
Yeah.
Quality of life, being able to walk on the beach
Yeah.
for an hour in the afternoon and go home and do an hour's work if you want to, or go
Yeah.
home and not do an hour's work
Yeah,
if you don't want
exactly.
to.
Yeah, that'd be
it's
me.
the extra 2
Yeah.
or 3 hours a day you get by not.
And let's have a look at the time
Living
now.
in a
So it's
remote
nearly
place.
6 o'clock,
And look
and
at this.
Look
we
at
are
this.
still out. The
I-
sun is
I
about
could-
to go down,
I
but
could
we're
take
still
my
out.
sunglasses off at this stage.
Yes,
It's
you can.
scary, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a beautiful sunset. We're here in the marina. There's a few people milling about.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. It's beginning to get a little bit chilly.
It is now,
but, you know-
but again, earlier on, I mean, it was very warm still, wasn't it?
It just makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Like even within a day of being here, like I woke up rested. I was actually exhausted because I hadn't realised how busy life had been in Ireland, getting everything finished before I came over. But again, as I said, like within a week, like I got, 2 or 3 people that are going to help me develop my business. Found all the local things that you take for granted, the local
Yeah.
dentist, the local doctor, the local supermarket, the local beauticians, the local this,
Yeah,
the local that.
that's
And
it.
everything is just like here,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
it
it
just
is.
makes your day to
But
day
do
life
you know,
so much
you're right.
easier.
people here are very, very helpful.
Yeah.
And we have got some really, really good, absolutely excellent, actually, expats groups on Facebook,
Yes.
haven't we?
Yes, there's
and people are
loads.
so helpful.
Yeah.
And you want to know, oh, God, I've asked daft things on there like, does anyone know where I can get my shoes healed? Things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
As to
anything.
best fish restaurant in
Yeah.
Tavira,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. People are really helpful, and found this so much more so than if you, in my local town in England, if you put a question on the local group there, people often come back to you with something sarcastic,
Yeah.
or
They think
unpleasant.
Yeah, they
they're funny,
do.
but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't get
Yeah.
that here.
No.
People are genuinely helpful.
In fact, sometimes you can have too many answers to your
Oh,
question.
you get so
and you're
yeah.
scrolling through them,
Yeah.
like 50, 60 answers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's lovely though,
it's
isn't
great.
it? Yeah.
It's absolutely great. Any
Yeah.
help you ever need,
Yeah.
there's so many people around you. And
Brilliant.
even if you come down here for a walk on your own, it's
I've
lovely.
done that quite a
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So welcome to
Thank you
sunny
very much.
Portugal.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing lots more
So
about
you'll
you.
you'll
Thank
see
you
more
for
of,
having me.
more of Martha. I'm sure she's going to be a guest again on the show. She's
you.
full of interesting,
Yes.
oh,
And we'll
interesting
put a link. Have you
stories.
got a website?
Yeah,
Martha?
Martha Clark
So
Astrology.
we'll put a link to
You're
your
very good.
website
Thank you
on the YouTube
Well, she
channel.
will, because I won't.
I will. I'm a technical one.
Because you know I'm not. So anyway, we will talk to you again very soon. Thanks ever so much, Martha.
Thank you
That was
very
great,
This is us
Martha.
signing
Really
out
good.
from the beautiful marina. Good night.